I also will say, like, I think for many people you were on our radar, especially through Pirates of the Caribbean, but I didn't realize that was your film debut. And like, what a larger than life sort of like entity to walk into and have be sort of like that film debut. And like, what do you remember about that specific experience?
Honestly, I remember the feeling of imposter syndrome for the majority of that film experience. And I think that then led me to work so hard at like taking myself seriously and taking everything seriously, and also people pleasing to the nth degree. And, I remember sitting down with the writers, and the writers were like, do you have any ideas about like how to kind of bring more to this character? I was like, no, you're perfect. Everything you've done is perfect. Like I didn't want to insult anybody or offend anybody. Rather than kind of making it collaborative, I was just very much like, no, everything's perfect. I'll do whatever you ask me to do. You say jump, I'll say how high. But there were. I just took myself too seriously as a kid fresh from drama school. Yeah,
you were like right out of school.
Yeah, and I think I wish I got asked recently, like how I view my earlier years in my career, and I was like, do you know what? One of my biggest regrets is that I didn't have more fun with that job specifically. It was just like we were shooting in Hawaii with an incredible cast, an incredible crew, filming on pirate ships and in the jungles of. I mean, honestly, it was like the most magical experience. But I think I was felt so much pressure and stress and anxiety to like perform that I think I just sort of overdid it in many ways. And sort of, and don't get me wrong, I had a magical experience. It was still to this day is one of the most dreamlike experiences of my film career. But yeah, I just wish I just sort of eased up on myself and didn't put so much pressure on myself.